Abyss, floor 92, it's Tywin and Romann.
Emergency!
You know when a fight pops up a warning message to tell you exactly what you have to do to win the fight, you're in for a treat of a mechanic. There are two main ways to beat this stage, and if you don't build your strategy around one of them, you're probably not going to be able to win. Strategy 1 is going to be a comp built entirely around poison, using Kiris as its star player. You're going to need cleansers, buff strippers, good AoE healing, and you're going to have to bring Arky. The first strategy uses Kiris poisons to defeat each enemy and get through the barrier phase, along with Arky when he's up. The support you bring doesn't matter that much as long as your team has good access to the resources listed above. There's quite a few characters you can use here, don't feel too pressured. The second strategy is going all in on Arky. You need buff strippers, cleansers, good AoE healing, high damage, a defense break to go with that damage, and you're going to need good turn generation in order to get souls to spam more Arkys. The second strategy goes all in on Arky. Arky alone will be used to get through the barrier, although obviously you can bring characters with poison effects to help if you so choose. You'll want to bring characters who can cycle turns quickly to generate enough souls for an extra Arky during the barrier phase, and then knock the boss down quickly with high damage Daydream Joker DPS and defense break once the barrier's down. My preferred strategy between the two of them, and the one that will be used in the run for this video, is the second one. I like it because it's less reliant on when the boss will cleanse, and I also just like to avoid using poison comps where I can. You know, there are dozens of other videos on YouTube telling you how to use Kiris and Abyss. I want to contribute something different. Anyway, now that you know what you need to bring to build your own team, let's look at the boss's skills for the why and the how. Note that if you choose to use a poison comp, I'll still provide some tips along the way that will be relevant to you. Alright, first up, Tywin's first two skills are fairly basic. His basic skill attacks two enemies, has a 1-turn provoke attached, and grants increased attack and speed stacks every time it's used. His second skill cleanses his team's debuffs and gives them an attack and crit chance boost. The skill's cooldown is important to keep track of, especially if you're running a team that relies on poisons to deal your damage, because you don't want to blow your poison cooldowns only to have them cleansed on his next turn.
Do it!
His ultimate ability is an AoE attack that defense breaks your team and summons up to 3 Taranor guards when used while he's buffed, or when his health reaches 40%. The early portion of the fight is all based on managing this skill. You don't want to allow him to summon Taranor guards through the buff activation condition, because it's avoidable and makes the fight harder. If you aren't bringing someone who can spam them, save buff strips exclusively for taking buffs off of Tywin when they get put on. One of his passives is built around a similar mechanic. When he has buffs, he'll make it a lot harder to take down Romann and make any damage based on max health you bring useless. So don't let him keep those buffs. His fight-defining skill is Impenetrable Shield. When his health reaches 70% and 40%, he fully cleanses his team and puts a barrier on himself that cannot be damaged by attacking it. He'll also heal over time and give Romann a turn to use his ultimate, but I suggest just not letting Romann be alive by this point. The only ways to break the barrier is to use damage over time status effects such as poison or bleed, or just use summons. If we were to measure the barrier in Abyss's universal metric system, it would be 2 Arky meters. Your team is going to need to be able to use 4 Arkys in pretty quick succession to break the 2 barriers using only him, if you're bringing a traditional beatdown comp, that is. So let's talk about his partner in crime, Romann. Romann's kit is not particularly dangerous from a mechanical perspective, but he is a threat because of his constant AoE spam combined with Tywin's AoE defense break and buff prevention. You can get away with ignoring him, but I honestly suggest just getting rid of him and saving yourself the headache. The main way to lose this fight is to have Romann get some big AoEs on a defense broken team, so just eliminating that possibility alone will make things go much smoother. Alright, with all of our prep done, we're ready to get started. This run will use a team from our Benchwarmers account, which is a young account that may only use 3-star characters. If you're interested in seeing its progression in more detail, we have a playlist dedicated to it that you can access right up here. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, need some extra help, or just want to say hi, leave a comment down below and you're sure to get a response. There will be a gear showcase at the end of the video for anyone who would like to see the stats of the team to see what they might need to aim for. Take care, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just you, me, and the odds. We stuck together, we two peas in a pod. You dealt a bad hand, I'm there seizing the cards. We'll never be separated till we see in the gods. We've been low together, high forever. Long as we go together, we'll die whenever. Be a light, couldn't let the darkness try you ever. Truth in my word, you I lie to never. And when the world gets a little too hard, wipe your eyes, put away your sorrow. When it's war, I'll be leading the charge, and I'll be still fighting for you tomorrow. Yeah, even with a blindfold or in different time zones, could find my way to you with my eyes closed. There's nothing between us. Go to Mars and Venus, stand in front of every one of them rocks they slinging and be a shield.
Your shield, yeah. In the fiercest battle, I'll defend you.
I'll defend you
from all these arrows, and the sword I will keep you from danger. Let me be your shield.
Yeah, let's go. Let me be your shield, let me be your shield. Let me be your shield, let me be your shield. Let me be your shield, let me be your shield. Let me be your shield, let me be your
You may be facing tribulation, but don't let it get you down. What I'm saying may take patience, but you're gonna make it out. I scorched my own 2 feet to pull you to safety. When the fires are burning, burning like crazy, carnage around us, but you won't feel no pain. I will take your place, I will be your shield. I will be your shield. In the fiercest battle, I'll defend you.
I'll defend you
from all these arrows, and the sword I will keep you from danger. Let me be your shield.
Yeah, let's go. Let me be your shield, let me be your shield. Let me be your shield, let me be your shield. Let me be your shield, let me be your shield. Let me be your shield, let me be your Let me be your shield, let me be your shield. Let me be your shield, let me be your shield. Let me be your shield, let me be your shield. Let me be your shield, let me be your
Now there ain't nothing to it. Go ahead and bring Goliath on. Ain't no giant, I ain't gon' fire on. Catch a fade, you I'm wrong, I'm gone. Y'all can catch the wave that I am on. I am icon, y'all are wide wrong. Think that I'm a reconcile bonds. Ain't nothing to it though. This is on me, ain't got much to do with who you know. Keeping it true to form 10 L's into a milli though. But they already knew that those farewell to your opinions. Know that he is something. This is all me, ain't got much to do with who you know. Yeah, keeping it true to form, but they already knew that, y'all. Here we go.
I'ma show you who I am unbreakable. I don't think you understand. Watch me escape it all. The world is in my hands, I am unbreakable. I'ma show you who I am.
All that debate and cease and take seats. I hate to be the one say I ain't keep 100. Dread you changing me, we major league. They pay to see the way that we come and compete. It's clear to me, you talking off and mean. You say the least, you better believe we been through the ringer, we're through to them arenas. Menu that's for dinner or the ring of 5 fingers. And the difference that's between us, read it written in subpoenas. So in other words, the game that need us, we just reinvigorated. Little agitated, had to get them activated. No kind of active ain't it. And my occupation got me acting jaded, but I'm obligated later. Rest of conversating, be an understatement just to say This is all me, ain't got much to do with who you know. Yeah, keeping it true to form, but they already knew that though, so here we go.
I'ma show you who I am unbreakable. I don't think you understand. Watch me escape it all. The world is in my hands. I am unbreakable. I'ma show you who I am.
Yeah, they don't know their own strength. To go to length to show them all. That's why we came with no restraint. Anywhere we go against, it's over with. We pull the boulder out the bottom mold it, and just know that we are not gonna be going quiet. Got it on autopilot, automatic, stuck louder than all your bias. We on top. Give you my word, you hold them by it. Hold the rise, letting the army that's behind them remind them that I am
I'ma show you who I am unbreakable. I don't think you understand. Watch me escape it all. The world is in my hands. I am unbreakable. I'ma show you who I am.
You told me I'm your anchor. I told you you're my pole. Through the wind and fire, we try to hold on. We built this ship together, searching for a home. Despite the storm that hit us, we're still on board. Dancing in the moonlight, the world just stopped and stares. We got no destination, I'll take you anywhere. All the doors we've opened and all the books we've closed. Words just come together, story that we never told. So far you're saying for my own. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to break, oh, I always be your captain. From our failures we have grown. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to break, oh, I always be your captain. I'll be your captain. I always be your captain. Ooh. I always be your captain. You told me I'm your anchor. I told you you're my pole. Through the wind and fire, we tried to hold on. All the doors we've opened and all the books we've closed. Words that come together, a story that we never told. So far you're saying for my own. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to break, oh, I always be your captain. From our failures we have grown. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to break, oh, I always be your captain.